Oh, come on. Sometimes it's that my muscle memory still isn't good enough to recognize where the key is immediately. But sometimes it's just a matter of my finger. The mistakes happen because my fingers slip on these keycaps. One thing that's true though is that I made a mistake when I changed the keycaps. I'd gotten a set of 2 sets of NuFi MSA profile keycaps, and I love them, but they're not meant to be put on a board like this. What I mean by that is that yesterday when I was practicing, one of the problems that I was having was that the C key specifically, the latest key that I'm training on this website, it felt so awkward trying to hit it. It felt like I was reaching farther than I should have been. What I just decided to experiment. I said, well, let me put on the keycaps that came with the Kinesis and see if that's going to make a difference. And lo and behold, it did. The keycaps, the stock keycaps on the Kinesis are there's no comparison. They're so much better on this keyboard, on this kind of crater like layout, than even the comfy NuFi MSA keycaps. And I'm assuming it's because there's a reason for everything concerning this board's construction. The keycaps were engineered to work in an optimal way with this design. And it's apparent. Once you kind of change the keycaps and then you go back to these original keycaps, I made a mistake. I should not have changed out these keycaps because these feel so much better on this keyboard. The height, the angle, everything about them just feels just right. Like they're meant to be made with this board exclusively. Yeah, I don't have a problem hitting the C. And in addition, there's a level of comfort that these keycaps give you that at least the set that I swapped them out with did not afford me. There's just everything about the height and the feel and the angle of these keycaps, it's like magic. It really does work with this design. And it's apparent, man. It's yeah, I should not have changed them out. I don't know if this is actually going to put me back into C, because I was doing so bad with C that it looks like it actually took it away, which I understand. I need a lot more practice with that letter. But, yeah. It just goes to show you how important it is to kind of trust the design of a keyboard like this. Aside from the shape of the peripheral itself, I'm not really in love with the design of this board as far as the kind of colors are concerned. It's a very boring board when you look at it. But more and more as I use it, I'm kind of understanding that this board is not meant for the average kind of keyboard user, and it's not even meant for the hobbyist. This isn't a hobbyist product. This is kind of the this is Kinesis's corporate answer to ergonomics. It's meant for people. It's meant for businessmen, for possibly accountants. I don't know about that though, because I would imagine that accountants like to use a lot of numpads, and of course this does not have one. But it's meant for people that everything about this board kind of screams that it's meant for professionals. Or at least corporate professionals, not really the hobbyist who enjoys kind of taking apart and tinkering with keyboards and kind of experimenting with the aesthetic value of a board and its exclusivity. You know, this is very bland, it's very boring. Like I said, aside from the shape does kind of pique your interest, and it is, admittedly, it is really fun. When you kind of start to get the hang of things, like I think I've said it before, you kind of feel like some kind of fighter pilot when you get in the zone. And I'd imagine that the better I get at using this, the more fun I'm going to have. Just like with anything, you know, even with steno, the process is so frustrating at first. And, you know, because it's so frustrating, you don't even really want to practice because you're just like, if this isn't intuitive, I don't want to put in the effort to kind of learn how to make this second nature. But, you know, if you care enough about anything, you just have to continue to remind yourself that the better you get, the more fun it's going to get. And I just have to trust the process, I guess. With, you know, I have to trust in that mantra with this board as well, and just continue to trust that as long as I keep practicing, eventually it's going to get to the point where I'm thinking a lot less, I'm using a lot more of my muscle memory, and I'll truly begin to enjoy the board for what it is. Not that I'm not, but there is a definite learning curve until you develop the kind of level of mastery that most people want to have when they're using a keyboard, especially one that they care about. Because being able to touch type, and touch type well, touch type kind of in a fluid, quick nature, it's a skill, man. Damn it. Yeah, my muscle memory is still so bad. The distances between keys, sometimes I get them mixed up and I'll hit the edge of another key. Instead of the one that my brain kind of has a good idea where it is. My brain has a general understanding of where everything is, but sometimes I kind of kiss other keys like I did there. I'm not meaning to. I kind of know where my fingers want to go, but because I haven't developed the precision yet in my muscle memory, I'm hitting other keys accidentally. But these keycaps really do feel nice. Once you kind of switch them out and you've realized kind of the error of your ways, and you go back to these, you're like, oh, okay, I see what they were doing. There's a reason why these keycaps are on this board and why I should not change them out. It's just a shame though, because, you know, I'd love to buy a different, if this board came in a different color with a variety of keycap colors, you know, I think that would add to its appeal. If it could be more personalized, even if you got to the point where you could kind of change the switches out, if it was hot swappable somehow. I know it's probably not that feasible with this design, this unique design, with all the different angles and spacing between keys and whatnot, but it'd be really nice if that were the case. Everyone wants to personalize the things that they care about. Everyone wants a little bit of creative exclusivity. And I think there's something to be said about people expressing themselves through their keyboards. You know, it's a big part of the reason why the hobbyist keyboard community exists. People love to express themselves with the things that they use to communicate with the rest of the world. Keyboards just happen to be something like that. Yeah, the C key feels so much better with these keycaps. Feels so much better. Of course, I've still got a lot of work to do on my accuracy, so that's just a That's just on another note. That's my problem. That's not the keyboard's problem. That's me. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. That was just a blatant mistake. Damn it! I was about to have 100%. Seeing the word release makes me want to listen to Pearl Jam's Release Me. Damn it! I'm not ending my practice until I get 100%. Damn it! Damn it! I can't believe that. Ah. I can't believe that, man. How did I not hit the A key? I can't... Ah. I can't believe... That's part of the problem right there. The edges of my fingers sometimes slip off of other keys. You have to be so precise. Dude, that's so annoying. That is so annoying, honestly. My blood is kind of boiling at this point. That is so annoying. It's so annoying how easy it is to make a mistake on this thing. You would think that it would be easier to kind of type on because the rows aren't staggered. The angles are different, the spacing between the keys is different, but you would think it'd be more kind of straightforward. I... Finally. 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 Oh my gosh. I'm done.